What's up, fruit faces? It's KlaireeBerry, and I just want to share with you my top easiest meals for busy moms or busy people in general, or whoever just wants easy filling meals. Potatoes are actually the number one satiating food in some lists. They are so good for you. Don't listen to anybody who says they're not. Even store-bought frozen fries can be good. They have low-fat ones. Look for Alexia brand. Sweet potatoes, also even more amazing. Love to just cut them up like this, throw them in the air fryer. So good and so versatile. So many different things you can do, whether you're just baking them and smothering them in vegetables, eating them just with on the sweeter side, or you can add literally any vegetable. And sometimes keeping it simple can really pay off. Having mono meals and duo meals. Making a gravy is so easy. Just saute with water, no need for oil or anything. Just saute up some onions and some mushrooms, and then slowly, get a sauce going with maybe some liquid aminos is something I like to use, or just a little bit of something salty, and then adding some plant milk as you go, seasoned to taste, lots of pepper. Just that's how I love to make my gravy. It's so simple. Sauces are really the key too. You want to, find a good. I love sriracha, so I love a good hot sauce and then a sweet sauce to balance it. I really love Sky Valley sweet chili sauce. I will special order that. It's so good. It's good on anything. But don't be afraid to just mix up some beans and peppery things and different flavors and different vegetables. You can mix and match. And, keeping it simple is great in some senses. But, you want to have your variety too. Adding tofu is always a great idea. We like to do our tofu in the air fryer now, but however you cook it, it can be wonderful. You can add, like I said, different sauces together. You can think about barbecue sauces. You can do mustards and different things. Just really learning how to just eat simple food and season it the way you like it is just one of those things. And everybody loves a good Mexican food. It's just so easy to make a good, healthy, fresh Mexican meal. You can do with tortillas or without. Corn tortillas are amazing, low fat. You can find some really good organic. I would always recommend organic corn. Here we've got different, cheeses in these different meals, trying to do some different ideas. I really love a flour tortilla, beans in it. Just actually bake it in the oven to where it's crispy. You can do enchilada type of things like these or burritos. You can add diet cheese. This isn't the best picture, but I guarantee you it tastes fabulous. It's just so easy to cook good Mexican food very easily and very quickly. Beans are something I just love beans, although I don't eat as many of them as I used to, probably as you'll see a lot of beans in this video. And over the past year, I've slowly tapered that down just a little bit, but they're just so easy. I mean, canned beans are easy. It's even easy to just throw them in the pot and, let them boil for, whatever. Or if you have an Instant Pot, that's easy too. So, and don't be afraid to mix, potatoes with Mexican and just have, again, really simple, delicious food that you love, that you're eating on a regular basis because it's just so easy and filling and it makes you feel really good. That's how you really train your body to crave healthy foods. And it is possible and it is probable and it just happens whenever your body wants what you are feeding it and what you do, because you have enzymes that digest every little thing, and these enzymes, these bacteria are like, well, the enzymes and the bacteria work together so that you're actually going to be craving what you're eating because of those enzymes are there, and those bacteria are going to want more of what they're already eating. So those type of bacteria that eat that right type of thing, and the healthy bacteria are fed by your gut too. So it's really important. Starches are good for you and they are your friend. So beans and rice, I mean, what you can't go wrong with beans, rice, salsa, vegetables, salad is a really good way to eat, to get your kids to eat salad. My kids love peppers too, grilled peppers, onions. I mean, it's a really good intro food I think, for kids to kind of get a little more, variety into their meals. My kids will usually eat, you know, a lot more lettuce or something in their meal if I'm going to give it to them in a Mexican meal. So literally, I mean, the possibilities are endless. You can go super simple or you can get extravagant with it. Probably the more simple you keep it, it's going to be healthier. Roasted vegetables doesn't get more simple than that. Back to the old school again, do it up in your air fryer. These new ways of cooking, they're just so good for you. You don't put any oil in your air fryer or anything. You can just cook anything. Instapots are the same way. I cook strictly with water when I'm actually, cooking something. I mean, almost strictly. And then a sauce, a good sauce, learning how to make good broths. There's a lot of low sodium or no salt added vegetable broths you can use. Cream of potato soup is always easy. Just, onion soup, vegetables. It's so easy. If you want to make it creamy, just throw in your plant-based milk that you already have and, balance the seasonings out and, potatoes. Oh, I just love, and you can go so many different ways, even just with potato soup. You can have, and I love Mexican soup. So I would do like a tortilla Mexican soup or then do a potato soup one night. Oh, for the winter, it's just great. And, like I said, a good gravy can be made just pretty easily. Sriracha, stocking up on the good sauces, once again, just for varieties of different meals where it's not exactly the same thing on any given day. You're not getting bored with things. It just works. And don't be afraid to mix up your carbs. I mean, here we've got beans and rice with sweet potatoes. It doesn't have to fit any kind of a formula. You don't have to follow recipes. You just Excuse me about that. Rocky's sniffing a little bit here. The chickpeas, and again, chickpeas are a little bit more higher in fat as well. I don't avoid them completely. Obviously, I just don't like eat a ton of them every single day, but I love having dried beans on the backup just, in case it hits the fan. But I love to eat them. It's kind of like with my potatoes too. I love to eat them with fresh foods, to eat with raw foods. I bet by no means am I a raw vegan, obviously, but I love to get those raw foods in there. And beans are just a really great way. And Mexican food is just a really, some kind of fresh Mex or Southwest food. It's just easy to get, like I said, that freshness into your meals. So also go towards like the Indian side, but I'm not that good with those spices yet. So I just usually use the simmer sauces that I find that are vegan. Can't remember the brands off the top of my head, but I find them at the health food stores and the health food aisles. Of different, various stores. Tandoori, some of the marsalas are vegan. You can make a lot of different things. And, sticking it back to this simple, just some good rice noodles with whatever seasoning. Again, you can go just garlic, lemons. You can do, sweet chili and garlic together. I mean, like literally, you could do peanuts and just all sorts of different things. So here's another one of the marsala types of sauces. I actually love a spinach ball that I do. It's not real ball. I just do tofu blocks instead of the cheese stuff that they put in there, the paneer. So again, the tofu in here, you can do it in here and it's great with rice or quinoa here, as you can see, or you can put it in the air fryer, or George Foreman will press that water out and it's just so crispy if you want it like that. So I hope that I've given you guys some good ideas. I feel like we're on a loop here. Maybe we started again. Quinoa. Yeah. So quinoa is so good. It's quick cooking, so that's something that's really nice. And you can do a lot of different things with it. You can have it on a salad. You can have it warm. You could do like it with a gravy, or you can also just sprinkle it in soups and different things like that for just added nutritional boost. Grains are amazing for you, and it's exactly the type of fuel that your body wants. It's high carb, low fat, no cholesterol. Don't be afraid to mix and match your veggies. Just make a salad, make some other, veggie anything. And one of the things with the kids is not adding the sauce, to their food, letting them season their food on their own. If my kid's having rice and veggies and they want to only have soy sauce on it, then I'm going to let them and I'm going to keep my sauces off until after. And that's just something that is so easily done with grains. And so speaking of grains, pasta, not something that I have every single day or very regularly at all, but I do enjoy having some pasta now and again, maybe even with some bread, garlic bread on the side. And it's just something that you can do fast. You can do it easily. You can usually pull it off, pretty easily and cheap if you play your cards right, and you can make it chunkier. You can sneak some veggies in there for the kids. Just do a lot of different variations. You can even do Alfredo sauce with beans to keep it real low fat. Here we have Gardein meatballs, to spice it up and to take it to that next level. We really enjoy these, but you don't have to eat these and you don't have to rely on these. It's just it's best if it's a special treat. It's best for your pocketbook and for your health. So, you can do a spring pasta, summer pastas, cool pastas, pasta salad. You don't need a lot of oil or anything in there, obviously. You can just use a little bit of like vinegar, some good vinegar, or um, salad dressings. You can find fat-free salad dressings and put them into your pasta salad, and just it's a good leftover meal too. You can just heat it up, put it together. And soups is something that is easy to round out with, again, do breadsticks on the side, cheese, grilled cheese, or, really keep it really low fat. I mean, just have your potato or your rice or, maybe even some tortillas. Sometimes I'll make a Mexican soup and just use the know, leftovers as my chili base or that goes in my tacos and everything like that. So using your leftovers. But soup is so easy because you can just really get rid of everything that's, need to be used and put it all together, and it tastes great. It really, just once you start doing it, you get the hang of it, and you really just flavor to taste. So it's my style of cooking because if I try to cook something my kids want, a lot of times it's flavor for them. So they a lot of times, may not even like my soup, but they just want some rice with, stuff. And kids are picky like that, but it's good to have options as well. But soups are great because you get all of the nutrients, right in there, all the minerals really saved in the broth. So, and all the, flavors and nutrients also get to like kind of meld together for a while. And it's just really, really super healthy. And again, so easy and cheap. And it's a good thing to get into doing often, especially in the winter because it's so cozy, but also just, again, to keep a handle on using a lot of old foods that you might need to use up. So that's pretty much the video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to stay subbed. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Let me know what you think. And I will catch you guys around. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Pinterest, all of the above. If you want to find me, it's KlaireeBerry. And keep in touch. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.